Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome box. This is called Elite Ultra and is done by a company called Octastream. But I gotta mention that this is another level. Also, if you are going to watch this on YouTube, it's just going to be YouTube friendly. But to watch every little single detail about this box, it's going to be available on our website or it's going to be on Rumble. So make sure you follow that. And this comes with OS 12, Wi-Fi 6, a gigabit LAN, 128 gig internal storage, 4 gigabyte of RAM, which is lower powered, and also they're using Allwinner as a chipset. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. And here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this user guide. Now this is very small information in this, like how you're going to be able to connect it, how the box looks around, and also what's included in the package, which we already covering, and also the installation guide. And there's a little QR code that you can get. So this way you can process more after sale. Going in the back, there's nothing here. It also comes with an HDMI cable. It comes with a power adapter. Now this power adapter is created for Canada, United States. It is 5 volt 2 amps and the part that will connect to the box. Now it also comes with an awesome remote. It is inside of a little plastic so it doesn't get scratched up, but it is a Ziploc, and once the remote is out, this is how it looks. I really like the design of it. Again, it has a little part that you can control your TV using IR, has the power, the input, volume up and volume down, and the instructions on how you will be able to pair it with your TV itself. If you go back, this power is for the box itself. You do have the mouse, and then you do have the numeric button. You do have a little dot, and then the last or delete button right underneath of number 9. You do have the menu key, also have the return navigation key with the OK in the middle. Also you have the EPG and also SAT button. Underneath of that you do have live, home and VOD button. And then you do have the volume up and down, previous and favorite buttons on this side. You do have the mic button, and then also the mute button is in the bottom. Now if you look bottom of it, you do have more colored buttons, and then favorite buttons are in the bottom. These are the popular apps. We will get into it, but we're not going to be able to play with these other apps. Going in the back part of it, it's designed really nicely. As you can see, you can open the bottom part. And I'm just going to check, and yes, so you cannot slide it down. There's a little part right there that you have to put your finger and open it. You can put 2 AAA batteries, which is not included in the box itself, but the IR sections in the top, that how you will be able to process. But as my understanding, this is Bluetooth, so you should be able to pair it with the box and make it work a lot better. And why I said Bluetooth? Because it has a little mic button. So let's test it out and show you how this works. Now the next part is the big part, which is the box itself, sitting inside of a little plastic. And once you take the plastic out, this is how it really looks. Design and also the look of the older box that they had. And it is nicely set up, so it is going to be metal, so that means it's going to be always cool. That's really good. And then they have this little cut for the light. That's a new touch. They have their model number. There's a LED that will show everything how it is. And then on one side of it you have a TF card reader, 2 USB 2.0 port, and a reset hole. So if you ever needed to be factory reset it or hard reset it, that's how you will be able to process. Now going to the back part of it, you have 2 antennas, so this way it will really work good with Wi-Fi 6 in this box. This is the IR port, as you can see. And then you do have the optical audio connection. You do have the AV port, so you can connect it to older type of TVs. You do have the HDMI. You have a gigabit LAN. You do have the power connection, 5 volt 2 amps. Going on this side, there's nothing but just holes for ventilation. Now when you go to the bottom, there's no holes, but it has 4 little legs, so this we can sit on the table, which I'm going to show you in a few seconds. You do have a little sticker that will tell you which brand it is and how much voltage you need for the power, just in case if you ever misplaced the power source itself. But once you put it on the table and you want to move it, it's kind of hard to move, which is good. So if you have a heavier cable hooked up to the back of this, it's not going to move. In order to hook it up, we will hook up the HDMI first, and then the power. And then as you can see, it says booting up. So as soon as you turn it on, and this is the first screen you will get. And yes, it does have a little animation, which is going to go through. And now to pair the remote with the box itself, don't be too far from the box. Grab your remote, and as it's indicating, make sure your battery's in, and then you have to press the OK, and then the volume down together as it shows here. And then press it together. And once it is paired, this is what you should see. So we can just press OK, and it goes to the next. All right, so once you get here, you have to grab your remote and then press English. Once it's done, it will ask you to connect it to your Wi-Fi. Now, sometimes it does kick you out and takes you directly to this screen. So we need to scroll to settings, select it, and then go to network, select that, and then wait for the internet list to come up. Now, if you don't have or you don't see your Wi-Fi 6, that's okay. Click see all, and then this way you will be able to find it. And then just click on it and select, enter your password, and you should be connected. And then once you entered your password, press OK. Takes a couple of seconds for it to connect, and here you go. And now it should be able to connect. And as soon as it connects, it should be start downloading some of the preloaded apps that requires update. So this is their main screen. This is how it looks. And if you look on the side, not only going to have a shortcut for Elite Live, but also VOD, also replay and apps. So this is the one that we're going to go into in order to see what's included in this. That's not only part. If you go back and then you scroll down, these are the shortcut adds that you can add different apps. So as an example, I click here and then I will be able to add something like Chrome and then press back. And now it's added. Now, if you want to get rid of it, you have to press the menu key as it indicates to remove it. So let's just press back so I can get out of this. Now, when you're on it, you have a little menu button on your remote, press it and it's gone. Then this way you will be able to press on it again. Now you do have a check mark. You can uncheck it now when you go in, and then you can rename it or reload it with a different one. So in this case, I'm just going to add the memory clean, and that's it. Now go down. These ones are browser. Also, you have folders, so you can see more files inside, and you can play your videos or file documents and all. And then this one is speed test. You can click on it, automatically takes you to your browser, and now it goes to fast.com. So yes, it will tell you exactly how good of an internet you got. We haven't got there yet, so we will press home to get out of it. Next part is going to be your delete. So this way, if any of the apps you don't like, you want to get rid of it, you can uninstall it going through this part. Except that you also have some assistance. Using your phone, you can just select or go through this, and then they will to help you out if something is wrong with the box itself. In worst case, if they are not open, don't worry, they should have a little part that indicates your email address and their email address that you can process, update, and you should get an assistance very quickly within 24 hours. Now, if you look on the top, you do have the Wi-Fi and also Bluetooth turned on because the remote is Bluetooth. So this is how. Except that in the bottom, you do have a time, date, all set up there. So let's go next, and once everything is done, we will show you more. All right, the next thing we're going to capture will be YouTube app. So let's just launch it. And once it comes up, there you go. Now we will go into 4K video. So for that, now we will go to a 4K video, not live ones, but just this one as an example, and we will just launch it. So once you go to quality and you click on quality, this is the only thing I found out. Everything that you want to play, even if it's 8K, it's only going to deliver to you as 1080p. If you try to make it 2K or 4K, it is not going to play. It doesn't even show up, to be honest with it. Now, when we try to go to another video, 1080p. So as an example, let's click. So even this one, if I have to go to regular quality and I click on it, that's the maximum you can go. You can go down to 720p, but it's just 1080p. So it does not show you anything higher. Now, when I go to a little bit nerdy numbers for this, you can see that this one is captured as 1080p. There's 0 frame drops, which is a good thing. Again, it gets it as 1080p and 60 frames per second. I really like that. The volume control is 100%, which is a really good thing. Again, I just muted the sound so that way you can hear me on this. But the codecs on this is using is AVC1 and also OPUS, which is done really good. Now you can see the network activity is good too, and there's no packet drops while we are connected as Wi-Fi and not network based or landline based. You can see the bottom part of it that the buffer health is active too, and it is very healthy, and it gets the pictures accurately and very vibrantly coming to the screen. Again, you can set up the box as 4K, but YouTube only pulls it as 1080p, but you can see how nice and vibrant the colors look. So I will leave that to you, but for me, YouTube is okay. It is not a 4K pass, but it does the job for you whenever you need it on any videos. The next thing we will capture will be Geekbench. Now we have already processed this, so let's just go on the top. And while we're going, I got to mention that this is OS 12. So as you can see, on single core, we got 111, and on multi-core, we got 394. Again, that means is when you're trying to process some apps and also streaming especially, this will do the job for you smoothly. The next thing we will launch will be AIDA64 or AIDA64. Now, as soon as you bring it up, this is what you see. So the name is indicating Google Pixel 3. Device code name is called Blue Line, and the device type is TV, and you can read the rest. Going down a little bit, you can also see that it indicates that they have 4 gig of lower powered DDR4 RAM, which is really good again. The memory inside of it is 128 gigabyte, which you can see right over here, and the amount that is available, the rest is taken care of by partition, and also this is our 64 gig SD card that we connected to this, or the thumb drive. This part is for the RAM itself, how much has been total and how much has been used. Again, it looks really good. And then going down, the Bluetooth version on this do show 5, which is a really good thing. Now going up on CPU itself, you can see that they are using Allwinner H313 and H616, which is combined together to make this powerful box. But it is a quad-core processor. It is a Cortex A53 running on 1512 MHz. Now going down, this box is created for 64-bit ARM, but it is running on 32, and then the rest of them are inside, so you can see that there's quad-core and how much of utilization they're going to use to make this work properly. Now the next part is going to be display. Now under display, you can see the native resolution on this is 1080p, but it can go up to 4K. And then the GPU on this is Mali G31, which is a single core processor running on 60 Hz or 60 frames per second. It is landscape mode and OpenGL, which means is when you want to play some games on this, is 3.2, should work very flawlessly. The next part is going to be network. So yes, you can see in the bottom that it does work on 5G network. Now this one is Wi-Fi 6. Again, it should work even better. The Android version, OS 12, you can see that the API level is 31. The rest of the information is in the bottom, which you can see. You can see on the terminal that the CPU terminal is really good and really low. And then the DDR, which is going to be the RAM, also the GPU and the terminal zone itself. They're all really good. It is not going over 50, which is an awesome thing to see. Going under codecs, here are all the codecs that you are always asking for. They're all listed over here so you can see and read it. Yes, MP3 is there, UPOS is there, and then going down the actual OMX, which is part of Allwinner. All the codecs are there too, so that means VP8, VP9, MPEG-4, MPEG-2, and then the HEVC, AVC, all going to be underneath of it. There go H263, 264 is also added in this, which is a good thing to watch every time. There's the VP8 and VP9 as part of this box itself too. So it does have all the codecs. It's just that this SDK or this actual firmware do need a little more work to make things a little bit easier. Something like launching an app and closing an app should be a little bit more smoother, and there shouldn't be that much of a delay because it has 4 GB of RAM. The next thing we will capture will be VLC player. Now we have already added a USB to this. So these are my samples that I already have on this. So let's play it. And there you go. As soon as you play the 720p video, it plays it quickly. And there should be a sound to this. So let me just make sure that the sound is also there. And I will be just bringing down the volume a little bit so that way you can hear us. But this is how it plays it. It's very smooth. You can see the landscape is really nice too. The way that it shows everything, there's no pixelization even in a little single bit. It's just that there's a little cut right in the bottom, but that's just part of the video itself on how it has been done. Now, when we go to a 1080p video, this is our 1080p video. This is how it really looks. Again, it plays it very quickly. It just kicks in and it starts playing it for us. So these are the plus signs that I have to mention and let you know that it does play it for you quickly. And sound is there, so that is another really good sign that it does do the video for you on 1080p. Now, going into something like a 4K, which we have filmed, again, this is how it shows. And you can see that it just goes through and plays it. Now, if we go into 10-bit video, this is what happens. So we can play it, and it plays it really nice and smoothly. Again, it plays it very quickly, and I'm trying to get the sound, and I don't hear anything. You can see the volume going up. So there is no volume, but the picture plays flawlessly. So again, in order to play your regular 4K videos on this, does the work flawless. But if you want to put a 10-bit video, then you should know that you're either going to miss the video or the audio. It's either or. Right now, it shows the video very nice and flawless, but I don't hear any sound. So this was just a video player inside of this box. The next thing we will test will be the speed test. So for that, we got Ocla speed test. And we have already processed a few, so let's just go through and play with it. We already processed, so here's the results. Now I have to mention that for first one we tried was Wi-Fi, and for download rate we received 362. Upload rate was 31. Again, it's exceeding. It's 30 that I have for upload. My download is a gigabit, but it depends which router we connected to and what type of bandwidth it will provide. You can see that the ping or the idle time is very low. Again, it's really good. And the upload rate was roughly about 60. That is a plus sign. Again, it's a really good number when you look at it. Now, when we tried it for a second time, it went a little bit over, which is 383. My upload rate is still really good, which is exceeding. It's supposed to be 30, but it's 31.3. And my ping or idle time is only 16. That is one of the best that I really like. You can see the differences on download and upload, on fluctuation, how much it went up and then how much it came down. It talks by itself. Now, when we connected with LAN connection for very first time, we received 854. Upload rate went to 31.2. My idle time was only 18. Again, it's wired. These are really good numbers on the peak times. And then we did it one more time, which is the last part of it and last time of it. You can see for my download, we got 854. And for my upload, I got 31.3. My idle time went up a little bit, but my download rate went up a little bit more too. And then the download is about 30 and my upload is about 39. Again, it's really good numbers when it comes to the speed test. Now, this is a good box to have. There are some little issues here and there with the SDK, but when it comes to internet, it really paid attention to make sure you get good result in order for you to have a good picture on the screen. All the links going to be available where you can buy this from. Except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places. And thank you.